I think Vardy that season they won the league. Mahrez as well. Alright,
Yeah, we're back.
where do I record? I'll record.
Yeah,
Okay.
a
We
lot of
ready?
things happened since. A lot of things happened since
Cool.
we last recorded. When did we last record?
Starting recording in 3, 2, 1. Lovely.
Yeah,
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Ball
yeah.
Knowledge
Longest. A lot of
Podcast.
things
Welcome
happened, man.
back to
That
Season
happened.
2. Welcome back to MK. Haven't been on here for a while.
Oh yeah,
We are
yeah. Was
back.
it? It was January, I think. Wow, the beginning of the year.
This is where yeah. Last one we were all on it was quite a while back. Like, at least January,
Yeah,
I'd say.
I know what we didn't do.
Yeah.
Did
Or
we even do the Super Bowl?
either
Someone did that.
January or Spider-Man
You want to do that Super Bowl?
when we did the review.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. It might have been just before, like we had like a couple
Yeah.
months before. We said, "Oh, we've got."
We didn't even get around to doing the what's it called?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange review.
What did they talk about? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we did do the Super Bowl episode, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And we just did it periodically. Cool. Well, today, since the season does start tomorrow, we're doing our predictions episode. Azam's not here, but
Well,
he
I've got
did give
Liverpool
us his predictions.
because Man City, I'm not a fan of the wide play. I think they got rid of too many
We
players.
will go through all of
I
them.
think
I'll give
get rid of
Azam's
Sterling,
predictions
keep
as we go.
Jesus, or keep Jesus or get rid of Jesus
Cool.
and keep Sterling.
Let's get started. We'll
I think getting
start
rid of
off
both
with
it's a problem
our
because
top four.
now that we
MK,
have
who do you
outlet,
have
comfortable,
winning the
and you
Premier
need-
League?
Yeah, you have to have that, especially out wide. Haaland's the only one that's making runs, but then at the same time, if he's making a run, he's not going to pass. He's going to shoot. So they're missing a lot, and I think
Yeah.
it didn't look like convincing because Grealish and Morris won't be doing
Yeah.
anything different to what they did in pre-season. They all drift inside. They will look to create, but it'll be all congested. And the fullbacks, I'm not quite sure if they like.
They looked a
Trent
lot
or
out
Reece
of
James,
it
where they
in
just
the
bomb
Community
forward.
Shield. I know it's a pre-season game, but
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. No, yeah, it looks like he's going Chelsea. Although Brian must have done a little statement the other day, but I think he will go Chelsea. And Chelsea,
Yeah, we
also
talked a
have
lot
less
about City's
much better league,
fullbacks
innit?
over the last week on our chat.
Yeah, I think
I
they will.
think
I
it's a
think they
big
actually
problem
have
that they
a
have.
quite.
They
might
were
end up
trying
having
to go after
probably
Cucurella,
quite
but Brighton
solid.
aren't laying up, it seems.
New
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chelsea need to do something, though.
yeah.
We'd.
That one was like it was. To be fair, that was.
I know
always
this
in
is
the
a
works.
weird
It
window
was
because
good,
obviously they just
but I
got
think they kind of replaced him with
new
Koulibaly and
owners
they
or
look at
whatever.
they might get Fofana. I think
But
Fofana, that's different.
really
I
quiet
think,
considering what Chelsea used to do. They were all over transfers. They let go
well,
of
there's
Lukaku
room that Chelsea
on
will
loan.
reach that.
They
They
lost
didn't want
Rudiger.
their business, but yeah, Burnley might be trying to be.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's true. But they're definitely getting Cucurella.
Fofana though,
I think
Leicester
they
don't
need
look they're going to
they
budge from
definitely
the
need
80 million
midfielder.
valuation of
I think
him.
they should focus on attack because I'm not really a fan of it at all. Unless they be happy with Havertz and Broja.
They would if it was
Might be
Roman
alright,
Abramovich, I think.
Does Tom
I don't see
Tuchel
Todd Bowley doing something like that.
And those two will make each other cool. They need a number 9, and they're looking for Bamian apparently. That isn't good. He's not better than Broja. I don't care what tells me. I don't right now. I think Bamian will offer you more than Broja will. It's just no point for me. That's the point of signing. If they want to go for all striker, Ronaldo's
Yeah.
not there. You'll get your 18 equals.
That's ridiculous.
Well, that's true, but then then I just saw they came rid of Cole. And they
Yeah.
keep Gallagher, but he's not that good. I mean, for Chelsea, he's not. I think he's more suited to a Palace than Chelsea.
I like to think Chelsea at this point in time are looking towards Cobham for their future rather than going out and buying players.
Mount and all that. It's not really point. I think he should have Palace. I think Palace should get
Yeah.
a permanent bid for him.
I mean,
But yeah, 35 million, 40. I'll probably say 35 million. He's not more
I
than
think so, because he was more the focal point of the midfield at Palace than he will be at Chelsea. Because Chelsea, you got Kante around, you got
and he's
Jorginho
got
around him.
international cap too, doesn't he? Like he's got two.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah,
it'd be a lot of money though.
exactly. That is one thing. But then, yeah, that kind of situation is weird.
I mean, he's a young English player. You know how we are with our young English
But
players.
yeah, number one, I have Liverpool because they're the best
Yeah,
so far for me.
and they
Got
know how
everything
important
you
he
need
was to
for a good
Palace last
title.
season as well.
I think Luis
And the
Diaz will end
fact
up
that he
getting
couldn't
you
play
8
in the
goals and
FA
8
Cup
assists.
semi-final.
That's what I think. Darwin Núñez, I'm sorry, you have Trent and Robertson as your creative fullbacks. You're scoring 10 of the worst goals plus 5 decent goals. So you score like 10. Huh? Yeah, it's not going to be Suarez. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, he actually did decent numbers as well. He wasn't even playing that. He wasn't even know what he was doing most of the time. He was just doing tricks.
I think I like his
Yeah,
prospect for
exactly.
this season. I'm not going to go too high on him. I know it's a
I
big
think they've
jump
got
going
everything. They've
between the
got left back
Portuguese
depth.
league and the
Well, then
Premier
maybe
League.
right back.
What's
A
his
little
name?
bit
Lewis Diaz
maybe
did alright
strengthened.
last season when he came.
Other than that, I think you're sorted. So
Yeah,
oh, is that your
Bruno
back right?
did well as well when he first came to the Prem from the Portuguese league. So
Calvin Ramsey.
good first
Where
season.
was he?
Might grow from there.
I'm not really familiar with him. Where was he from? Hmm. Well,
I think we haven't seen much of Calvin Ramsey at right back because I think he's been injured. Yeah, because Nico Williams gone to
for a
Forest now, isn't
backup,
it?
you can't really ask for much then, can you? You just it's all
From
about
Aberdeen.
profiles. But yeah, I think Liverpool will win the league. And second is
Like
Man City.
4 million
I
from
think it'll be very
Aberdeen.
close. Might be another good title race.
He's I've
Five.
seen clips of him playing. He's a decent player.
City might.
He's a
I
club
just
type player.
Grealish is the big difference
Fast
because
on the
if
wing,
Grealish
cross the
performs,
ball
then
in
City
really
can win
well.
the league. Because if Grealish doesn't perform, then where's goal?
Yeah,
That's the thing there. It's all about Grealish really. Because for me, Mars will get you maybe 9 league goals, 8
yeah.
assists. Bernardo same. That's if Bernardo stays. Foden will get you 7-7. Grealish, I'm not quite sure what he'll give you. He got 3 goals last time.
But that's a
That's not good
question
enough.
of if
Raheem Sterling
Grealish
got
can perform though, because
yeah. Because Raheem Sterling did score like 13.
he's going to need a bigger season. I think.
Yeah.
I know we talked about how
Big season.
we
Not
whenever
because of the
someone
World
bring
Cup,
up his
but
price tag,
also
people
because
feel like, oh,
it's 100 minutes.
it's only his
He
first season. It's a big jump
step
from
up,
Villa
so
to see he's
I
still
think
playing in the
City will
Premier
get
League. But
second.
still,
Well, they could be decent. I
he
think they're more
needs that
suited.
big season now.
Maybe
He
European
needs that jump forward
for
that's
Haaland.
going to show everyone that he was actually
Premier
worth the
League
money
where
and he's worth the
maybe Haaland might
investment.
get staffed for a bit because teams are dropping so far back.
It has to be this season.
But yeah, I'm going for City for second and third. Third is actually the hardest one out of the top 2. I mean, out of the top 4 for me. So I'm not quite sure who I'll put there. But I'm going to put.
Yeah.
I know everyone's put Spurs, but I'm going to put Chelsea because I think everybody's slandering Chelsea. And I'm not quite sure how other teams outside of the top 2 are betting. I can't really see it. They got the fullbacks. I think for me, I think they'll surprise people now. They'll get either Frankie or Fofana. They get one of them. And hopefully they're not Dion, but I'm quite worried they might get Dion. But I think if they do get him, that's just definitely third place for them. But Fofana might. Well, if you asked me if you asked me 6 weeks ago, I thought, yeah, that's happening. But now, and Chelsea there's a lot of Chelsea talk now. So if they get him, then there's no way no one else is getting. They're getting third. But I think just a little bit of attack is a little bit of a problem. They added Sterling.
I mean, do you see De Jong going to United?
Havertz needs to step up.
Or do you think that ship has sailed?
He's staying, so yeah, he's got to obviously perform. But that's a positive because he's awful. Who else? Ziyech, he might be staying, he might be going. Hudson-Odoi, he needs to have a good season. But other than that, I think they got solid team.
Werner might be on his way out.
They're getting Cucurella, and then you have Reece James. So
Werner's on his way out, it seems, back to Leipzig.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they're that type of team where they can get third or fifth. I can't really see them get fourth.
Yeah, but I think
Because
when we talk about Chelsea, it's sort of
either if
like
they're
they're
performing top
either
four
going to
level,
be
they'll be
really
third. That
good,
means they've
so like
performed to their
second or
potential.
third,
But if they're not performing top four
or they
level, they'll
might
just be
like
fifth because they'll
drop
start
this season
down in
outside
tools.
of the top four.
So I'm going for third for them because I just think that
You could see it happening.
I think towards the middle of the season, Sterling will end up kicking on, Havertz will kick on, especially around January, February after the World Cup. So that's where I'm thinking that's where Chelsea will peak. But I just don't see the other two behind them better than them, which is why I'm going fourth. This is hard because it is hard. It's actually harder than third. Actually, what am I talking about? Fourth between Arsenal and Spurs. I actually don't know who to go for because Spurs have Kane, Son. You can't bet on them with Conte against them. Sorry, and they had Romero. I mean, they have Romero already, and they added Charlison, Basuma. But then you have Arsenal, have Jesus, Zinchenko, Ward. Actually, that situation with Partey, I'm not quite sure if he'll be there. Yeah, I'm not quite sure of him because if things arise and he has to be suspended, then that takes a lot of our Arsenal in it because he's a very important player for them. But it doesn't matter because he's done a lot of bad things. So that's why I'm going fourth Spurs.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because I can't bet against Kane, Son, and Conte. If it was another manager, I'm going. Huh? Yeah, there's a lot of. I like that signing. If he doesn't start, if he's off the bench or squad player, that's a good squad player to have. Yeah.
And they did a lot of good business too.
There for one more season, so
They did a lot of good business in the window as well. Perisic as well. Jed Spence.
Yeah. Yeah. So Richarlison, you know what? For a squad,
Kulusevski, they haven't gotten
bench
fully yet. He's still on loan, but they definitely will.
He does start.
He's in for another good season too.
Ahead of Harry Kane. But
Yeah.
I think Kulusevski is a way better. Yeah. For me,
they got Richarlison, but yeah,
Richarlison,
you know how I feel about Richarlison.
Balance, he's more technical. You need that because Kane is on a more of a. Sometimes more of a shooter.
Yeah, he won't start.
Yeah, 100%. Richarlison off the bench, you can't go wrong with that at all. That's way better than Lucas Moura. So,
yeah, but Kulusevski's on the right though. He'd be a fucking idiot to start Richarlison over Kulusevski.
Work hard for him. Yeah, it's never start playing.
And he's got that really good fucking chemistry with Son and Kane at the moment.
Richarlison guarantees that. Basuma guarantee that. Perisic will definitely guarantee that.
And Bergwijn.
Longley, who obviously in a back four will be awful, but in back five, I think.
He gets players that Conte players, so players that he's used to. Yeah.
Whoever they put next to him, that works. I'm going for Spurs fourth because I can't bet against Conte. I can't do it.
Perisic, definitely.
Arsenal situation.
Yeah.
For now, they're probably solid for top four, but I can see somewhere where something happens between either a serious injury to Jesus or parties he is suspended somewhere. You got that's how minute the gap between the top four is.
Yes.
But fifth in Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think it's weird that, I think the big difference between when we started this podcast, like a season, or how we've been talking about, we used to say, City and Liverpool and the rest. Now, that's become short because people are actually doing good business. So like Arsenal look like they're improving, Chelsea always improving, or Chelsea have improved massively over the past few years. Tottenham have improved massively.
Stronger, whereas other two are not going to do any signings. Spurs not do any more business. And Arsenal might do one more, but that's a big might. Whereas Chelsea could get two more at least. So that's why I've got Chelsea third, fourth Spurs, and fifth Arsenal. Well, I swear we're doing top six or top four. Yeah. Fifth place. United is so bad. Especially West Ham United for sixth. This is the worst window ever. It has to.
It was.
This is a shocking window.
You did top five, right?
Because
way worse. You need one more Europa
League
and one more, and the Conference League.
They finished 11 points below Arsenal or something like that. and then 12 or 13 points below Spurs, and countless above below
and then
City
Conference League.
Liverpool. And to have a worse one than all of them, that makes no sense to me. Like, how are you having the worst season ever, and you're gonna give Ten Hag just Martinez and a free agent signing, and a backup left back who may start if Shaw is injured? What's this? Too much.
I think, a lot of United fans, and I don't know if you're part of them,
to the point where
have
now
gone into
Martial
the
is right
season
now
getting
just
Ten
not
Hag
on
with
confirmed that he's not playing.
this impression that, okay,
so that means
we're going to start
Rashford
winning
as
straight
the first
away.
line. What is
Because
going
there's
on?
a
Rashford is not
lot
playing.
of work to
Now
do
we have
within the squad
play
that it
not
can't
striker
be
up
this
top.
season. It's a few
And now
seasons down
Elanga,
the
who's
road,
going to have
at
Morris
least.
pre-season, is going to have to play left wing, and then Sancho off our position on the right, playing with two people that are not playing in their favourite positions. And then Bruno Fernandes, who's not had a good pre-season, playing behind Fred McTominay, the same midfield pivot that's not been successful for the past 3 years. I'm sorry, Ten Hag is a great coach, but he's not. I don't even think Pep will do anything with this. Or Klopp. You need to add signing. You need to add quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You can't ask me for that.
I think it's more. You have to give. It's the. We said the same thing about Klopp. We said the same thing about Ten Hag. You have to give him time. He has to get rid of all these players that aren't going to fit in the squad. One of them is easily McTominay. I know no one likes McTominay. He's definitely going to stop. It's more of a case of once he gets into the groove of running United in the Premier League, then he can start
He's
bringing
already
in the
talking about
youngsters
one
and
of the
stuff.
youngsters already.
Because I
played
think
for Sudan.
something interesting we should look at
Obviously.
is Man United in the cup competitions
Yeah,
now.
against.
Because he won't be playing the strongest team, he'll be playing the youngsters.
The Champions League game we came on.
And we know how Ten Hag is with the youngsters. He took that Ajax team in 18-19 to a Champions League semi-final.
Just talk about it, because those two came on at the same time. He was playing little glimpses in the pre-season. I think he had a really good pre-season.
Yeah.
So
I think we saw a glimpse of him last season.
I see how you mentioned Ten Hag and young players. I think that's a young player that could work on Ten Hag, but I think, like you said, cup competitions for United. I think
Young boys?
Cups, because the league is
Yeah.
I think the Brighton game could easily be a draw, maybe even a loss. I think Brighton are better. We have to go for. If I was Ten Hag, I'm going all out for the Europa League, all out, because it's one game and you're knocked out. Let's go for it. It's not like a league game where it's like 38 league games, and if we lose one, it's fine. One game and we can easily.
Oh, we talk about cups. A big one, the Europa League.
So that's why
you should be looking at, I think.
Because I just think the squad depth is so bad now that it's really exposed. Martial injured, bang, you've got Rashford on top. And Ronaldo's situation is just ruined everything, because now nobody wants him. United, for me, I don't think we need him. Because he's not. His timeline is different. Like, he wants to win now. Yeah, he's going. He's definitely going.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't want to play the Europa League, he'll probably play. If he's final, he'll play that. He'll definitely play. That's not.
I wouldn't be surprised if he stays another season. He'll stay this season.
Ronaldo,
but then the question people are going to say, should Ronaldo really be playing in Europa League? Isn't Ronaldo above Europa League? We'll hear that all season long now.
No Lingard, no Mata, all these guys are gone. And now, Ronaldo's in time where he's like, I want to win right now, I want to win Champions League football. And this young team, United team, who have limited squad depth, and it's just all youngsters who are trying to grow. So that's why it's a massive clash, and the Ronaldo circus has just took over everything. It's now people are ignoring how bad the United window is, where we need at least 2 more forwards, a right wing and a striker, and a midfielder, at least. And if it's not with Frankie de Jong, we need to get 2 midfielders. Yeah. Even if someone in a group that lost the banter to Pogba, but I truly believe Pogba would have been so good at freeing us, man. So good. Because I just think Yeah, he'll play in the exact position where Talal likes playing, the eight.
You know, genuinely,
And then
I
obviously
think
there'll be
one
like
player
the
that should have
six, and then
stayed
there'll
under
be
Ten Hag is Pogba.
Fred will be the workhorse midfielder where he will just box the box, win the ball, make fine forward runs. That's Fred's position. But it
They
would
would have
work
unlocked
definitely with
Pogba,
Pogba and
as they
Diop.
like to say.
But Pogba obviously,
Yeah.
look, he's got such bad luck. Now he's injured. Like, how bad is his luck? Like, so bad. Yeah, yeah, guaranteed. And then that's massive.
Yeah.
2026 is not guaranteed that you're playing. You might be applaud. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. And I know he said he's gonna go
I
through
truly
therapy
believe
instead of
from
going
some-
to get an operation, because if he
Like,
gets the
someone-
operation, he misses the World
I
Cup.
think you'll see players that won't. You're like, why are they not pressing?
Yeah.
Especially players that are in teams that might win it.
I think there's going to be an
Brazil-
issue
Brazil-
though
Brazilian
with the World
players,
Cup being
they're
slap
not
bang in the
gonna
middle of the
play
league.
Germany.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of players taking rest just before the World Cup.
PSG, Neymar, Messi, they're gonna if they play them, they might just be part
Yeah,
of them.
definitely.
Not running back. No chance of running back. They're like, wait a minute, what's there to run back? I'm trying to stay fit for the World Cup. Especially Messi, this is his last World Cup. So there's a lot of players.
Oh,
in
you
Europe
definitely
who-
will see
who
Brazilian
drop
players.
around.
You see Neymar, he's not
Walk
playing
around.
October. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, it could get really spooky now because this is the first time World Cup's been not in the summer, it's in the winter, so it's kind of it's awkward timing. So for many other players, that's even worse for us. Sancho and Rashford,
Around the end of the Champions
one
League
of
group
Sancho,
stage, we're going to
Rashford,
see
Martial,
really heavy
or at least two
tackles
of
onto
them, go to
players.
World Cup, United in big trouble. Big trouble. Fatigue will set in. Sancho probably might get off the bench minutes for England. I think he should go to England anyways because there's no way there's anyone better than Sancho outside of Sterling, Kane. Grealish not better than Sancho, no way. Bowen, I'm not. Grealish Sancho go, but I can't see why Bowen would go. Bowen is not better than Sancho, but that's for the World Cup time. But for now, I'm going for Man United 6th, just because. I'm going 7th, obviously, West Ham.
I mean, he's going to take Grealish and Sancho.
Well, you have Chelsea.
And Conference League.
Same. It's just that something happened.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Arsenal last season.
We've got all the same teams.
They go close, but yeah.
The only difference is I have Spurs 3rd and Chelsea 4th. I was playing with the idea of Arsenal being in the top 4, but I just don't see it.
More than they got destroyed in the Spurs game. Newcastle outplayed them completely. Like it was a mismatch. I thought they should be 4-0.
Yeah. It was the end of the season. They're not. They just fell apart. I don't know if it's a mentality thing, but it's just there was. What was it the Newcastle game, the Spurs game? They just completely flatlined. Yeah. Something interesting about Arsenal going into this season is
it's obviously better than
how are they going to perform in the Premier League now that they have European competition to look after as well? Because we talked about last season, Arsenal are going to do great in the Premier League because they don't have any Europe and they aim for Champions League, but they fucked it up. They fucked it up at the end of the season.
So that Newcastle game might be a bigger miss than they actually think, because they're rather being Champions League, and you certainly wouldn't enter Champions League, then being Europa League, they might get knocked out by some random team, and all of a sudden they're fighting for the top 4 against 2 teams that might be improving, like Spurs and Chelsea. So that's the predicament they're putting themselves in, and that's why I was hesitating thinking I was so tempted to put fast 4th, but I was thinking something mental about them, it might just cost them. I was watching the documentary as well. Some of the players look quite to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the episode I watched, and some of the players look mentally fragile. Like, no. I don't think they showed preseason. The first game I showed is the.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm very looking forward to the first episode because I know how crap their pre-season and start of the season was last year. Was it? Who did they lose to in the first game of
We used to
pre-season?
anticipate the Brentford game.
It was the Scottish team,
this
innit?
year they actually had a good pre-season as well. But
Oh, did it show pre-season? Or was it the Brentford game then?
yeah, new stadium.
I'm pretty sure they
stadium
lost to like
bounce.
Hibernian on the first game of pre-season last year.
Yeah, they always could lose that game. But the
Yeah, it was
fundamentals of Arsenal
Hibernian
was strong.
2-1.
I was looking at some of the plays. I'm thinking, if Odegaard's the captain, I don't know. I was looking at him and thinking he's more soft-spoken.
I think that
I think
Brentford
Saka
game they
looks
was
more of
destined to lose
a
anyway.
character than he is.
70 years after being in the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think if he put Odegaard as captain, I think there must have been something that changed over pre-season because he must be the most passionate midfielder at that club, bar Xhaka.
So he doesn't play.
And he can't put him play. I thought, I think the only reason it's gone to Odegaard and not someone like Tierney is because Tierney's not going to be there because he's very injury prone.
Yeah. And this is generously on 6.
I think it should have been Tierney. Yeah. Alright, so your top 7, you got Liverpool winning the league, you got City second, Chelsea third, Chelsea third, Spurs fourth, Arsenal fifth, United sixth, West Ham seventh.
I also like Scotland too.
I've gone Liverpool winning the league. I think I have a feeling. I think it might be our year again. I like the way we looked in the Community Shield. It was very aggressive play. I know it was just a friendly, but it was a very aggressive play, and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
I got City second. I got Spurs third, just because I really like what they did during pre-season. I did say Spurs are my dark horse of winning the league. They're like if my outside shout out of Man City and Liverpool would be Spurs. Because I saw how Conte was working the fucking players in pre-season. I know the pre-season didn't go exactly to plan, but Spurs did really. I think Spurs training under Conte was fucking ridiculous. He made them run up and down the fucking length of the pitch like 9 times.
It's there. It's for them. They got a squad depth.
If you're not, if you go through that training, and you just don't fight for the manager, then what the fuck are you doing with this team?
Champions League, I mean, that's a massive shout, but
they have to.
It
has to be this season they win a trophy. It has to be.
Team in the semi-final.
I don't have them winning a trophy, but they have to win a fucking trophy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know what? I'm not buying the hype of Nottingham Forest. They're going down for me.
Yeah. I've got Chelsea fourth, then Europa League places Arsenal, Man United, and then Conference League West Ham.
The best forward
now,
from Wales.
What 3 teams are you getting relegated? Or do you think we'll get relegated?
Is his name? Brennan. Yeah, he's the best player, best forward. I don't really see him. They miss out.
Wow, I don't have them.
Apart from Lingard, there's no marquee signing they made, or any signing you think, okay, well, this will do something. Unless they have some.
Brennan. Yeah, Brennan Johnson. Yeah. I think they've done a lot in the defence. Nico Williams just signed a new left back. They signed 2 new left backs. They signed thingy from Salzburg or Leipzig, the centre back. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But I think Forest have done really good business. But I am kind of high on them, but I'm not going to go too high on them because Fulham also did very good business when they came into the league 2 seasons ago, but they went straight back down.
Bournemouth.
But it would be very interesting to see what Forest do. I don't have them going down there.
I'm still seeing Billing, that lanky guy that can't do anything in the field. Yeah, I think I'm more fan. Actually, wait a minute. Bournemouth have the coach, Fulham's former coach. Park, yeah, and he's good. I might be underrated, Bournemouth.
I like
Yeah,
I
honestly,
like the defense
the
though.
defense.
The defense might be quite good.
Tim Cahill.
Yeah, Scott Parker is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's
I
good.
think
He's a striker.
and
Okay.
I hope they go for Nat
I
Phillips
think
like
he was.
aggressively before the end of the window. But I know they've got Tim Cahill as centre back, and Tim Cahill was always a sure bet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
No, Gary
And I'm gonna
Cahill.
go.
Gary
I'm gonna
Cahill, not Tim
actually.
Cahill.
Well,
But
no,
see,
first
yeah, no,
I've got them
Gary
down.
Cahill as
Fulham, I
centre
just
back.
don't know. I think they might
He's
actually
good.
finally stay up.
He was good for Palace 2 seasons ago.
Mitrovic, I
He
think
was
well,
good at
finally he might
Bournemouth
actually
last season in
finally
the Championship.
like goals coming.
He's a decent centre back, and he will do the job.
He's scoring too many goals in the Championship, and he has to translate sometimes. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. No, but Pookie did the same
Yeah.
thing, and he shit the bit better in the league as well.
That is true. And by the way, speaking of Tony, I'm
Ivan Toney as well.
Leeds.
Ivan Toney scored the most goals in the Championship
Big
season,
teams
but he came to the Premier League last season, didn't do much.
Always that time.
Scored a few penalties here and there.
So
Although I did have him in my
Leeds,
fucking
it's time to
fantasy
go.
team, it was very stop-start for
Actually,
him.
still somehow
It's better than Pookie, but it's very stop-start.
I want to say Leeds, but I know it's Brentford. But I'm going to say Leeds. Put a good energy out there. Leeds, get the hell out of it. I'm putting Leeds to go down with Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth. Oh, he over there too. That's sick. What's your one? Whoa.
Fair enough. I don't. We have none of the same teams.
Yeah, they had a bad end of the season, I believe.
I have Southampton going down. I think they. Southampton are a weird team. They'll either finish mid-table or like in the top
I didn't
10,
think about Everton. Do you know
or
that's
they'll be
actually a
completely
shout?
shit. And I think later on in the season, last season, they were beaten by teams that they shouldn't beat.
And it shouldn't be. They had a bad window.
So I think Southampton is sort of my surprise team to go down. I have Fulham going down,
Apparently 2 months, yeah.
and Everton.
Well, and that's the out of the season.
Everton,
Boy.
I've been really silent in this
Okay.
window. Exactly. They had a bad season. Calvert-Lewin's out for the first month of the
Let me
season, or
swap
at least 6
Leeds,
weeks.
actually.
It's an ACL injury, allegedly. Which is a lot of the season. So, we'll see. Frank just scraped by
Count Phillips
relegation
in the
last
team,
season.
2 quality players, dude. And Bamford is always injured. Like, he's fit now, but he'll get injured.
I don't have Leeds going down, and I think they did really good business, and I believe in Marsh. I don't think they'll do like incredibly well, like top 10 or whatever.
But Everton made no sense.
But I think Leeds will stay up.
That's not going to move nobody. And he's a striker right now again. I'm sorry, who's covering his backup?
Yeah.
Everton, Bournemouth, let's swap play. I think Bournemouth staying up.
I think they
Just stay up, Bournemouth. Bournemouth staying up. I'm still putting Leeds down, I don't know why. Actually, no, that's done. I can't put 2 Premier League teams down. Let me take Leeds out, but Bournemouth still there, but Everton joined them. Everton shout. Then I was not thinking about that at all. I have to swap that. Everton now. Yeah.
Yeah, Rondo.
Can't believe it out 3 months. Where's the goals coming from? There's no Richarlison. No, they're going down. It won't be if not doing shit. They're going down. Yeah, Everton, they're going relegated. That's actually a shout. Actually, they might stay up. I mean, they don't say they could guarantee to go down, but they're missing goals.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't replace Jordan. I mean, so 2 players that went down with Burnley. Well, I like McNeil signing, but Tchaikovsky, he ain't gonna do nothing.
And
He's not
they,
gonna-
who did they sign? They signed McNeil, which fair enough, that's a good signing, but it's not going to keep you up.
I mean,
And Tarkowski. Yeah, so they signed Burnley.
yeah, he's come back to a team worse. Way worse. Yeah, do you know what? Everything going down to shout and a half, man.
They're in talks to sign
I just don't see there. Richarlison's a
Idrissa
big
Gueye
player
from
that came to
PSG.
help them win
They're
the second
apparently
relegation.
very aggressive with their pursuit for him, but he's just coming back to
That's
nothing.
weird. They signed McNeil, but I thought they need McNeil regardless. Or like they needed someone like that to partner with Richarlison, not to get rid of Richarlison. And then sign McNeil as his backup. He's not going to get you more than 8 goals max. So yeah, I'm
16 million didn't use it.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
What does he have?
Yeah. Well, as I was really hoping that we'd start arguing about it. Speaking of Aslam, let me give you his predictions.
Yeah.
I haven't read them yet, so I'm very happy to be surprised by this. Let's see. Okay. The 3 promoted go down. So Fulham, Bournemouth, Forest.
Yeah, Bramall Lane is also like that too, and Sheffield's had a good season.
I think the reason I won't say Forest is because I know Forest's crowd. We talk about how the crowd at Anfield influenced Liverpool's play. The crowd at Forest is insane. We saw it all playoffs. We saw it in the FA Cup as well.
Everything they come down, man. They're cooked.
Yeah.
They had a goal opportunity to fix their team and they didn't do it. Nah. That's diabolical. Frank Lampard's not good to manager either, so maybe. Yeah, Mourinho's running to Everton. You crazy?
Yeah, but that's Everton for you.
Or who have to win it? I've got Man City to win.
I don't think he's going to get sacked, but if he does get sacked this season, Wayne Rooney's going to take off. Even though he's gone to DC United.
So they want revenge. So I think they will win that cup.
Alright. Carabao Cup?
I'm going for Tottenham. They have to, surely.
Yeah. Same.
I think that Conte likes the FA Cup because he won it before Chelsea.
West Ham lost share in it.
Yeah, I mean, the Champions
FA Cup.
We're going back to back.
Oh. I think if Tottenham were going to win a trophy, it'd be the Carabao Cup more than the FA Cup.
To win it. Oh,
yeah,
snap.
That's true.
This is hard.
I have Liverpool winning the FA Cup.
Yeah, and including PSG.
I'm very high on us winning the FA Cup for whatever fucking reason.
Super slanted. That's for smart. Plays that will
Champions League
team like young Hugo striker.
Yes. Because a lot of the teams in the Champions League have improved.
I swear, yeah. Pretty sure he was, yeah.
Yeah.
He has League One experience, really. Well, I mean, I never heard of him outside of it.
The only problem is their manager.
They need a
does he have?
Well, unless if the players name or Messi respect him and Mbappe, then he'll. Was he
your Nice manager?
And I mean, Messi looks happy.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing him scoring goals and that. So
I mean, I think
looks good.
Europa League or Conference League experience probably, but Champions League is the Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't faced anybody. When Champions League. It's fully more for me than how they look.
Yeah.
The one I'm going for,
but they didn't really face anyone massive in pre-season, did they?
I'm not going for Man City.
They just faced like what Nantes in Israel the other day, where Neymar scored a free kick.
I can't see one of them turn up. Grealish not turn up.
They're gonna piss. They'll piss the Liga, but other than that,
and it's a hard one because I mean. Wait, is it? They're there.
I think it's a difficult Champions League season because you could obviously go Liverpool because Liverpool just look good. Man City always looked like the best team in Europe.
Mine, especially how
Real Madrid you can never bet against.
Money in that position, it would be class. But
Bayern Munich have really improved their squad.
never.
The only issue with Bayern Munich that we could see going forward is the fact that Lewandowski's not there anymore. But Sadio Mane is a fucking great signing.
I think there could easily be a problem. I love to think that.
You can't technically count out Chelsea.
Yeah, if they go past like, let's say,
you can't. I don't think you can. Chelsea are a quality team, regardless of where we think we're going to finish in the league, right?
Exactly. So.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, Liverpool have this little issue.
Spurs with Conte.
Yeah, not really someone.
Obviously we haven't seen much about Tottenham, but they'll at least get out the group stage, and then they can be annoying for teams.
We kind of we talk about them. Dembele, Rafinha.
Yeah, they defend really well against teams.
Dembele, Lewandowski, Ansu Fati.
So who do you have?
That is a team, and they got Pedri. Maybe Frankie might stay. I don't know. He might. They got Koundé in defence. Christensen.
I don't want to say Barcelona.
Yeah, fullback's a bit of an issue. I'm not a fan of the fullback at all. That might actually cost them. But their centre backs and in the midfield and then especially attack is really good. They'll win a Liga. I've got them to win a Liga. Yeah, I've got them. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just think Benzema got so much to carry. He can't do it again. I think it's hard to do it again. Like only the greats can do it again. Like Messi and Ronaldo. Huh? But they pay him left.
Barcelona. Oh, that's an interesting shout. Not Madrid.
They put him left back. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. I thought you put him left back.
Yeah, but the defense now with Rudiger. Their defense is bolstered with Rudiger now.
Yeah.
Like we thought they defended really well against Liverpool in the Champions League. Now Rudiger's there.
Ancelotti has Alaba at left back. Then Rudiger centre back with Militao. Carver. Then
lockdown on left.
Modric, Casemiro.
Rudiger, to be fair, Rudiger played on right hand side and locked down Salah for most of the season when we faced them.
When I read that, when I read out there in Real midfield, I realised I have 3 midfielders that can play.
Yeah.
Modric, Casemiro, Cruz, Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. No one in the world has that depth. Not a team in the world has that depth. That is hard. Vinicius.
I mean, stick with your prediction. You might be right. The league is a weird league.
Hazard.
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
I have Real Madrid winning the Champions League again. I think
that gets 40, it's crazy.
They're a really tough team to go up against.
I'm going with. Do you know what?
And I don't know if this season the Bernabeu is going to be completely full, because that's a different story. We saw the Bernabeu in like the Chelsea game, the City game, and the PSG game, and it was bouncing as it was, and it wasn't a full stadium.
Let's go for a wild card.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy here. João Felix, Player of the Year. Let's go for it. I don't know why, man. They might just shit out the way through it. Because they were close. Who did they face? It was Liverpool. Who did they face in the half they had? I see, innit? They were close.
That is very left field. That is incredibly left field.
And that's about the players that City really lost. And now, and I think Madrid will be very much happy with
Atletico Madrid
every time. What's that going to do? Yeah,
City.
Dribbling,
they got knocked up by City. They lost by a point, a goal, if you want.
Well, that's the issue. Haaland is there, but then I think just shit defense. I mean, the shit house with defense will go so deep that Haaland will be suffering.
Yeah, because Grealish and Morrow don't pass the fucking ball. They just go backwards. But then Haaland, though.
Well, you're right to see that. I was not thinking about that 5 minutes ago. When you was telling me about Bayern Munich, I was thinking, why not Atletico Madrid?
I can't see that.
I
don't think there's not to like jinx Atletico Madrid's chances, but I don't see them winning the Champions League.
I think I'm just going based off any random thing that happened. and then maybe something. But, yeah, man.
I think Bayern Munich's a great
I already have
shout,
you
to
lot
be
going in the
fair.
league. I just don't want the Champions League to happen. So. Mine versus Salah. This time, Salah has a better. Obviously, there's no excuse about Egypt anymore.
Although, if I'm being honest, I'd love to see us win it. We deserve
I
it.
need to see how
We deserve another Champions League on the club. It would be fucking crazy if it's like Liverpool versus Bayern Munich in the final.
Well, they won it.
That would be a great match, I think.
I know, but their defense is rubbish. Apparently, the defense is not looking good at all.
But we'd have to see how Bayern are going into the
5-4 against
season.
who? Like Frankfurt.
Did you see them on Friday?
That's not good enough.
It's either Friday or Saturday. The
Oh,
German Super Cup.
it's the linked. I'm not passionate.
It's like 5-4.
I'm not a fan of the linked one.
It was so fucking ridiculous. Wait, let me get this up quickly and then we'll move on to Europa League. Leipzig. Let's see. 5-3. 5-3. So Bayern went
That is silly. That is
3-0 up in the first half.
100%.
Then it was 3-1. Then 4-1 Bayern Munich, and then 4-3.
I'm going for
And then Sane scored in the 98th minute to make it 5-4. 5-3. That's ridiculous. I mean, Leipzig are a really good team, to be fair.
It's
but
more likely not, but I just want to go for it because you know what?
Alright, well, you've gone
Last season I thought
Atletico Madrid in the Champions League.
Went to the final, and nobody had him like that to go, especially how they
Fair
beat
enough.
Napoli.
But do you know what?
Atletico Madrid could have the
I don't-
available draw.
I don't
They
think
might
Simeone's
beat
going to win the
semi-final,
Champions League with
and
Atletico
might have win
Madrid.
at one leg, and bam, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
They kept. It's more about continuing. Like they're more continuing with their team right now, isn't it?
But Atletico Madrid, Suarez is gone now.
Because if they get you lot in last 16,
I don't think they've made any other big
10 out of 10.
signings or signings
Like,
to
they get to a
bolster
semi-final,
their
maybe
squad.
Salah hamstrings might be gone. Who knows? Maybe Nunes might be.
Yeah, but even then, we beat them twice in the group stages.
Yeah, if you have like another long season, the World Cup, they've got like most
And then
of the
shithouse their way to the final.
I'm going with who's in Spain. Who's in Europa League? Do you know?
Maybe. If we do another 63 game season, who knows?
Nah.
Yeah.
Is it
alright.
Arsenal United.
Europa League.
Nah. They're rubbish. They're not doing shit.
I can Google it. I think it's like Betis and Villarreal.
Yeah, I don't, Rangers lost a lot of players like Aribo, Bassi. That's a lot of players.
No.
So.
Or Celtic. No, Celtic in Champions League. I mean, Celtic can drop down. They probably will drop down. Rangers at the moment, they lost in the Champions League qualifiers.
I'm going with. It's between three teams
Yeah.
ahead. One English team.
As it stands, the Europa League group stage
The
is
reason why
Arsenal, Man
I'm confident
United, Betis, Sociedad, Roma, Lazio, Freiburg, Union Berlin, Nantes, Rennes, Braga, Feyenoord.
Actually, I'm going with. I need to see. We need to get two more forwards.
Is it
I'm
English
not
team,
our players right now.
No,
I
not
can't see
Arsenal.
them do nothing.
It can't be.
I need to see
I don't see Arsenal winning the European Cup yet. If I don't have them going in the top four, I don't have them
That's
winning the
the
European Cup.
Either they're very likely we might win it or they'll go down the group stages.
You got Man United.
But I'm going with. For now, I'm going Roma. Mourinho's
You're gonna go Man United. I think you were gonna go Man United. If not, Atletico Madrid are gonna drop down in the group stages.
So, Tammy Abraham. No. And they got a lot of players that cause trouble. They may not be the best players, but they're all
I'm going
trouble.
Roma as well. I think Mourinho wins back to back, especially
Yeah,
with
I'm
Dybala.
going with Roma. Yeah, I'm going Roma. West Ham.
Zaniola, and they bolstered the defence as well.
English team will win a Euro Trophy at least. Come on. I mean, I have to give it to West Ham.
I think Mourinho wins it. I think he goes back to back.
For the Premier League,
So
I'm going
Conference League and
with
then Europa League. Yeah. Well, Conference League.
Newcastle United.
Yeah. I'll go West Ham.
Because we haven't really talked about them, but they're
Alright, what's your surprise team of the season for the Premier League?
Nah. Yeah, that's too early. The squad's not ready yet. Nah. Maybe Conference League, but
I was going to bring up
Champions League,
Newcastle.
no way. No chance.
We haven't, but I see a lot of talk about, oh, will Newcastle get Europe this season? It's too early. It's way too early.
I think
No.
the reason why I was less a surprise because the team should be good enough to be around top 6.
But it's weird because the Conference League spots is always like
they were bad last season.
Wolves, West Ham, Leicester.
So
I think
I'm thinking Newcastle because
if Newcastle join that group, they can make a good run. But Leicester
I think I like the
is a
signings,
weird team.
That, but I'm going for Newcastle.
Yeah, but last season they just fucked it.
Yeah, they get top 10. That's the prize. Massive. Wow, this is hard because I've got like almost like 8 players, but I have to get one. So
Fair enough. I'm going Forest.
Julian Alvarez won't be called a surprise.
I think Forest will surprise a lot of people this season. What about player? What about surprise player of the season?
Yeah, and after like you start to have Haaland.
Yeah.
For me, when you start to have Haaland, people will call him a surprise. But I don't think him starting against Haaland, so let me not talk about him. Liverpool, I don't think any player should be called a surprise. The team's good.
I guess if you
Chelsea
say he will perform like
I'm going with someone from
he'll be one of City's best players easily,
let's go
then you can
Trossard.
say he'll be a surprise player.
Serious? I think he would be the best player by far. And I presume to have him. But then, you know what?
Yeah.
I was thinking about someone else too. I was thinking about Leon Bailey. If he overcomes his injury,
I was gonna say Trossard as well. Yeah, if we're going right in Trossard, I think it's going to look good this season.
I'm going with Coventry United because they can't really hold disappointment. So I'm going with Spurs. Yeah, the disappointment team. Because I think people have a lot of expectations. And I end up.
I have Villa as my disappointment of the season.
And it might have flopped trophies.
Fair enough. For disappointment. Ah, I mean, fair enough.
That's right.
Alright, my surprise player.
Always time.
I don't know. I'm thinking someone from Palace.
Sam Johnson's in Palace.
Because Palace did good business this year.
He's better than Guaita for me.
But let me get up who they signed. But then every year I got high on Palace and then they fuck up every single fucking match that they should win. I don't want Sam Johnson. I think he should, by the end of the season, be Palace's number 1.
But yeah, I've got for some reason Leandro Trossard.
Yeah, I think definitely by the end of the season, Johnson's will be number one.
Yeah, that's the thing. Stats. Yeah, always. I'll never have more famous. Actually, you'll be surprised if he scores more than 6 goals.
I think Brighton need a season where they don't fuck up in front of goal because they always have really high. What's it fucking called? Really high XG, but they never convert. I don't know if that's because Mope's up front and he's an idiot, but
Harry Kane. I want the fella.
What about Golden Boot?
Yeah, I think the injury issues could be a problem right now. So I'm going with. I was thinking about Salah, obviously.
I think a possibility for disappointment this season could be Haaland. Not because
sometimes
I
you can say
think
it's more
he's
points
shit
for one team
himself,
because
only
it's not
because
surprise Kane got
he does get injured
But
quite
I think
frequently. He
Kane,
was injured a
I think
lot.
have a good start to the season. Then I think if England do very
Yeah,
well in World Cup, he might have a World Cup high where you just feel like smashing goals in left, right, centre in February. So
yeah,
maybe I'm going for Harry Kane just because of that logic. Why not? World Cup, yeah, messed me up.
yeah.
Oh yeah. What? Yeah,
Um,
but the City one is surprising. Man.
as
I
Lamb's
don't know why we
predictions,
didn't
I've
find a position.
completely forgot. He has
They're class.
City
They're top
winning the
three
Champions
favourites, but
League,
I think with this team,
Roma winning the
United
Europa League. So
pace,
all
just
three
not
of
a
us
fan of.
have agreed there,
Always like teams. I'm pretty
and
sure
West
every team
Ham
in
winning
general.
the Conference League. He has. I'm surprised he went with it, but I mean they will be favourites. I
That's
think.
not gonna be why I'm telling them.
Fair enough. I mean, I think the community shield isn't that great of a showing for Man City, but
Oh yeah, Decor Palace.
they'll always show up.
Wow,
He
Decor
has
Palace.
Salah for the Golden Boot, which is fair.
Oh, I thought it was
Leeds as a
Everton
surprise
Decor.
team.
I was thinking that. So random.
Then Doucouré, the new Palace signing, as his surprise player, I believe.
Signing of the season.
Then signing of the season. Yeah,
Oh, I mean, I have him as. Oh yes,
but check
No, I'm
Doucouré
away for him. I'm
from
going for
France, not
Darwin Nunes.
Doucouré from Everton. No, not the Everton
I've been
one.
going against 18 goals.
Signing of the season, he's gone
Yes,
Haaland,
I agree
which
with
is,
12
I
scrappy
think
goals.
we
I'm telling
will
you.
agree with that.
And then like, some of them will be like good
Yeah,
goals.
signing of the season, Haaland.
And Hannah, I think he will still Hannah stuff. Hannah will get you 15 to 20 Premier League goals. But it's not. It's only Hannah. I mean, is it surprising you get 20
I'm not
Premier
going to
League
go
goals?
Nunes yet.
Or if I'm Nunes, people think, oh, who's he? Portuguese league flop.
Bloody hell.
Do you know how much combinations on his name?
Fair enough.
Yeah, like yeah. Purchasing. Oh.
Yeah. Um. Then for the domestic cups, Aslam's gone City
I think
for the FA Cup, and then Liverpool for the Carabao
that
Cup, and then disappointment of the season, Chelsea.
in terms of
Now, before we
Italy,
end up,
Roma will get second
we got
place.
two things. Firstly, do you have any other surprises
I
of the
think they get
season
second
that
place.
you
I think
think
Inter
gonna
now win the
happen?
league. I think
Wherever, just
AC
any
Milan Champions
surprises of the
League. I
season.
think they'll get to the semi-final. I mean, sorry, in the quarter-final, which is a very big jump out of the way they used to be. In the league, do you know what? I think Jadon Sancho wins Young Player of the Year. That's a shout. It should probably be Darwin Nunes because I said Darwin Nunes signed in summer. So surely, because he's 22 years old, he would probably win Young Player of the Year. But I want to. This is a surprise shout. So let me go for Jadon Sancho. And I haven't shown any United praise at all once here. That's how far I'm going. No one else does.
Fair enough.
I think in terms of flop, I'm just looking at. I'm not turning against him, but I just think Sandro might struggle. I'm starting to think next to Maguire, he'll probably overcompensate and he might be falling into a lot of mistakes. And all of a sudden, Twitter blows up these compilations again. It's toxic place because Darwin Nunes was almost called a flop over pre-season. If you want a trophy, you want to be the Liverpool legends. How good he was. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean Torres wasn't great in his first pre-season either, but Torres is a cult hero or a Liverpool legend.
This is hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. My surprise of the season, I've said this for a while. I don't see Tuchel finishing the season with Chelsea.
You know what? I'm going with someone surprising.
I think he gets sacked by the end of the season.
Say goodbye to Frank Lampard. Actually, that's not surprising.
Who's the Fulham manager?
But he's left.
Is it Marco Silva?
I'm going with Frank
He's
Lampard.
gone.
Goodbye in January minimum.
He'll be gone. No, Fulham will sack him quite easily, I think.
What's that?
Frank?
What? No way.
That's no.
Nah.
Surprising would be if Eddie Howe gets sacked.
Sure not. That'd be so silly.
I think
that really good to be silly.
Eddie Howe
Well, that's now not silly.
could be sacked.
I really
Eddie
thought
Howe.
I think he'd go there, you know. I truly would think he would go there.
If Newcastle
Project
disappoint
millions
this
of pounds.
season, the Saudis would just be
You
like
know what?
that
No, that isn't as bad. And
and bring in
Poch.
Poch.
You would have maybe go for
You give Poch a 5-year plan like he did at Tottenham. He got to Champions League final. He's available. He's very available, and they'll back him.
Yeah, I agree.
So if Newcastle and
yeah,
midway through the season aren't where they should be, aren't where the Saudis think they should be, or where the owners think they should be,
And does of
then Newcastle go.
Europe, I'm
Eddie
gonna
Howe
buy
might be
Europe.
sacked.
Why not? Yeah. They'll win the league, but that's nothing. Champions League, I think they'll flop and they'll lose to somebody in the quarterfinals. But I don't know if it's surprising or like a flop. It might be just where they are. So they'll go for Barcelona.
Well, as in they're not going to do as well as
I
people
think
think
they'll
they
win the
should.
league, they'll flop in Europe.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Cool. Final announcement before the season starts.
Because I'm winning.
We have made a Ball Knowledge Podcast Fantasy League. And I will send the details will be down below in the description. The details will be on my Snapchat. It will be on on my Instagram or the podcast Instagram. We'll send it around everywhere. We want as many people to join as fucking possible. Who knows? Winner might get a $5. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's type. Everyone else is one party.
You will go down.
Cool. Winner gets a $5 on the Fantasy League. There you go.